This Void Hunter build gives you invisibility on demand, consistent Void Overshields, Devour, and some of the best survivability I've had on Hunter. I built this around Graviton Forfeit and I honestly wasn't expecting much. A few friends hyped it up and I thought they were overreacting. But after testing it out in Endgame PvE, yeah, it delivers. Let me show you how. Graviton Forfeit extends all invisibility effects by 2 seconds. And while you're invisible, you gain plus 100 recovery, plus 100 reload speed, and 400% base melee regen, which scales up to 600 or even 800% if enemies are nearby. It's one of those exotics that for me personally sounded okay inside of Destiny, but once you dive deeper it creates a powerful feedback loop, especially when paired with Stylish Executioner and the new aspect on the Prowl. For the abilities, the super is based on your playstyle. Mobius Quiver for more boss damage and Deathfall for easier crowd control. I use both depending on the activity. The orb generation in this build makes super regen really consistent either way. For the class ability, Gambler's Dodge. Nothing fancy, it refronts your melee on dodge, which is a core to the loop. For the melee, Snare Bomb obviously. It's the only powered melee for Void Hunter, but it's perfect. It applies Weaken, which synergizes with your fragments and fuels Void Breach plus orb generation. As for the grenade, I personally set it for Scatter Grenade. It has a solid immediate output and shorter cooldown than something like Vortex Grenade. That said, if Vortex fits your style better, feel free to use it. Just note that Echo of Instability requires grenade kills to activate volatile rounds. As for the aspects, Stylish Executioner is the first one. Defeating enemies afflicted by void debuffs like Weaken or Volatile grants 8 seconds of invisibility, which increases to 10 with Graviton and even 13 with one of our fragments. For the second one, on the Prowl. This is a new void aspect I hadn't used before. To be honest, it really surprised me. When you become invisible, you mark a nearby target within 45 meters. When you eliminate the target, it releases a smoke bomb. The smoke bomb weakens nearby enemies and gives 5 seconds of invis to you and allies when passing through. The eliminations grant grenade, melee and class ability energy. This is what makes PvE invisibility actually strategic instead of just defensive. As for the fragments, here's the full setup optimized for Devour uptime, orb plus void breach generation and loop synergy. For the first one, Echo of Cessation. Finishes apply volatile and killing volatile targets spawn a void breach. Easy synergy will have volatile up constantly. Echo of Persistence increases duration of your void bugs. Devour gains a plus 50% increase, invisibility a plus 40%, and Void Overshield a plus 50%. Echo of Instability gives you volatile rounds to your void weapons for 11 seconds after getting a grenade kill. That's why I recommend Scatter Grenades. Fast cooldown and consistent immediate kills. Then Echo of Harvest. Defeating weakened enemies generate both an Orb of Power and a Void Breach. This has a cooldown of 10 seconds, but it fits perfectly to our Snare Bomb. For the last one, Echo of Starvation. Picking up a Void Breach or Orb grants Devour. This is your backbone for survivability and grenade regeneration, since Devour not only gives back HP on kills, but grenade energy as well. With this combo, you're constantly refreshing Devour, generating orbs, creating void breaches, getting back grenade and class ability energy, and looping invisibility without cooldown stress. Let's get to the weapons. In the kinetic slot is really up to you. Personally I run, I hope I said this right, Aletheon, the exotic grenade launcher that creates ammo when charged up enough, but use whatever fits your loadout. For the energy slot, and this is crucial, you want a weapon with repulsor brace plus destabilizing rounds. That combo gives you instant void overshield, constant volatile which triggers Stylish Executioner, and allows near infinite invisibility chaining. Now if you wanted, you could go something like the bow from Season of Heresy, repulsor brace plus demoralize to trigger weakening explosions. But remember that we have one fragment that works perfectly with volatile, and sometimes getting the grenade kill to trigger volatile on your weapons might not be that easy. Note that Stylish Executioner has a 2-second cooldown between triggers, but the important thing is the cooldown starts as soon as you go invisible, not when invisibility ends. So you can stay invisible and still re-trigger the next invis after 2 seconds. You don't need to break out of invis to keep the loop going, just wait out the cooldown. Now, my pick is Lotus Eater, the Void Rocket Sidearm. It hits hard, works in high-end content, shreds with volatile, and handles barrier champions with the Caesar mod. If you prefer something else, go for it. Just make sure it has those 2 perks for full synergy. On the heavy slot, I suggest Void here as well, to benefit from volatile rounds when active. My go-tos are Doomed Petitioner, the Void Linear Fusion Rifle, and Retrofit Escapade, the Heavy Machine Gun. Both work great with the current Artifact Champion mods. Armor stats and mod setup. My current stats are 7 mobility, 100 resilience, 25 recovery, 100 discipline, 20 intellect, and 42 strength. Focus on resilience, discipline and mobility, and optionally strength if you want a tighter loop, but Graviton already gives us a strong melee regen. For the helmet, 1 special ammo finder, sustain ammo for Lotus Eater, a harmonic siphon, orbs from void weapon kills, ashes to acid, bonus super energy from grenade kills. This pairs well with Echo of Instability. If you want, you could go as well Dynamo, because the dodging your enemies will happen quite often, or can happen quite often. For the arms, 1 focusing strike which gives 12% class ability energy on powered melee hits. This has a 7-second cooldown. An impact induction, 12% grenade energy on powered melee hits. This is a 7-second cooldown as well. And firepower generates orbs of power on grenade kills. Together these stack to consistently recharge both dodge and grenade. For the chest, you can equip any resistant mods as needed. You could equip, if you wanted, Void Reserve for extra ammo on special and heavy. On the legs, 1 Void Weapon Surge, which is a 10% bonus damage with active armor charges, 1 Recuperation, which is 70 HP per orb pickup, and Invigoration, which is a 10% melee energy per orb pickup. If you copy my setup, note that the holster for reloading your stoved weapons won't work with the Stasis Granite Launcher. You can equip a white one if you want to though. For the class ability, 1 Reaper. Orb of Power after kill post class ability use with a 10-second cooldown. Then Powerful Attraction, pulls in nearby orbs when dodging, and 1 Bomber, 12% grenade energy on class ability use. All of these mods make it very simple to gain back ability synergy, super included, generate orbs and help survivability and weapon damage. As for the rotation, after the full setup, the rotation looks like this. Start with your snare bomb to apply weaken. Eliminate the weakened target, ideally with a grenade to trigger Echo of Instability. Pick up a Void Breach or Orb of Power to activate Devour and fuel your next ability. Engage the priority target marked by on the Prowl. Killing it spawns a smoke cloud for invis and regen. Use Gambler's Dodge on your enemies to refresh your melee and keep the loop going. Between ability users, rely on your void weapons to maintain pressure and clear ads. It's a simple rhythm. Weaken, eliminate, pick up, reset, repeat. Once it clicks, the build just runs itself. I hadn't built a full Void Hunter setup in a while, and combined with Graviton Forfeit with On the Prowl, turned out way better than expected. This build has incredible survivability, smooth ability uptime, and lets you swap it between aggressive or passive play depending on the situation. Hope it helps you out or inspires your own twist on it. Thanks for watching, and always have a great day, night, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever your time zone is. Hopefully catch you next time.